it kind of leads me nicely into one of the main headlines of tonight's stream, and that is the news coming out of Portugal around Joao Neves. Let me read this out to you, and then you can see what you guys think. It said, Liverpool are now ready to move forward and make a formal proposal to sign Benfica midfielder Joao Neves. Arne Slot will evaluate his players and the midfielders that he wants. He wants somebody with the characteristics of Neves. Now, we've heard this before, right? We've seen lots of articles to say Liverpool are about to put in an offer here and about to put in an offer there. With this deal, with Joao Neves, there's a lot of things to take into account. One, I don't believe there's any negotiating in Benfica. I believe firmly that they will want the €120 million release clause that is in his contract. I'm not trying to say he's worth that money or he isn't worth that money. I'm just trying to give you a flavour of what's coming from their side. They would like to tie him down to a new deal, a deal that would have a higher release clause. But as of right now, it is a link that I think we can say might hold some weight to it. As I said, when I spoke with David Lynch, and without giving away too much of it, there was certainly the belief that for the right player, the money might be there. The money should be available. So I don't know if that player is Joao Neves or not. You all know who I like. I like the idea of Ederson from Atalanta, but I'm not going to turn my nose up if the club deem that this youngster is the way to go. We know how highly he's thought of in Portugal and within that Portuguese national team. We've heard what Diogo Jota had to say about him. Let's wait and see. I mean, can we get a poll on this one, Ben? Would you be happy if Liverpool spent €120 million on Joao Neves? I feel like that's a good poll that we can get cracking with tonight. FSG will evaluate Neves, but will see his release clause and not be able to get a deal done and walk. Honestly, look, you know my thoughts on the owners. I'm not going to back down from that. I believe that they have been cheap a lot of the time. So the proof of the pudding will be in the eating, yes. If indeed this interest is backed up and believed to be true, then it's going to be a case of seeing if Liverpool put the money up. Because I don't think there will be negotiations. I don't think that they're going to be willing to take less money. So it feels like one of those situations where if Michael Edwards and Richard Hughes and Will Spearman and everybody else feel like this is the guy, then you would hope that the owners will put up the money. I'd rather have Liverpool buy Ederson and Gay for the price of Neves, as it's too much of a gamble for a young player with no Premier League experience. You see, we could have said that, Jay, about Cristiano Ronaldo in the past, mate, and we could have said that about some other players as well. So,
okay, I've found this on the web for go to see.
Don't know what the old computer was at there. Sorry, mate. Look, I look at it this way. If he's who the club want, pay the money and get him. If he isn't who the club wants, that's a different conversation. But we should be looking in that area. Whether it's an Ederson, you know my take on Ederson, I really like him, or whether it's a Joao Neves, you know, it would be extravagant. It would be a lot of money, and it would have to be an indication that this is the guy, you know, that they have no doubts to put that much money. It will be a club record deal for us. So, yeah, I get where you're coming from. What I can say to you is, I've always said this about Liverpool's business. We've constantly been told that we don't have a pot of money. We don't go into a window with a budget. We look at the opportunities presented, we look at who's available, and then we look to see if there's value in the deal. And if there's value in it, the money's apparently there. So, again, we're just going to have to wait and see on this one. If it was my money being spent, I agree with you. Ederson, Mark Gay, much more sensible. But, you know, if I'm being greedy, would I take Joao Neves and Gay? Yes, I would. Yeah, so we'll just have to wait and see.